Believe with an open heart this sacred night that is coming. Until the end of this powerful prayer, you will feel a profound transformation in your soul, and your body will rest in a peace that surpasses all understanding. The anxiety that plagues your thoughts will be replaced by heavenly serenity. The weariness that weighs on your shoulders will be transformed into sacred rest. This is the night that Our Lady of Aparecida comes to you with her protective mantle and her motherly presence to envelop you in tranquil and restorative sleep. Breathe deeply. Let each inspiration bring peace, and each expiration release what no longer belongs to you. You are in a safe place now, under the protection of she who is Queen of Heaven, Mother of us all, Our Lady of Aparecida, the holy patron saint who knows every tear shed, every worry kept, every sleepless night that tormented you. My beloved family of light, we who believe in the transformative power of prayer, who recognize the infinite strength of divine motherhood, who know that in the silence of the night heaven comes closer to us, we arrive at this moment of rest with renewed hope. We are a community of weary souls seeking refreshment, of anxious hearts seeking peace, of restless minds longing for deep rest. As blessed children, we approach the lap of the Queen of Heaven, she who never sleeps in her vigilance over her children, she who knows each of us by name, she who sees in the dark and protects us while we sleep. We are united by the same longing, moved by the same faith, connected to the same love that emanates from the heart of Our Lady of Aparecida. Each of you who follows this prayer, regardless of where you are, is connected to a network of faith that transcends time and space, that unites hearts of those seeking peace and rest. Together, we form a multitude of children who surrender to the maternal care of she who never abandons us. Welcome to this sacred moment, this temple of peace that we have built together with our voices and our intentions. We come to you, Our Lady of Aparecida, on behalf of all those who tonight will sleep with a peaceful heart because they trusted in your intercessory power. We come because we know your story, because we know that in waters that reflected the moon and stars, you were taken from the river and brought into the arms of devout children who recognized you as Queen, as Mother, as Protector. We come because on this night, as on so many other nights throughout the centuries, your presence is needed. Needed for those who suffer from insomnia, for those whose thoughts do not let them rest, for those who carry the weight of the day on their tired shoulders. We have come to present before you the weariness of our souls, the exhaustion of our minds that cannot switch off, the fears that attack in the darkness, the worries that wake us up in the early hours. We come because you, Mother of Aparecida, have authority over the forces that prevent us from sleeping. You have the power to ward off what disturbs us. You have the ability to envelop us in your blue mantle and make us rest like children in the arms of a mother who loves infinitely. I feel the pain of those who night after night cannot sleep. I know that deep anguish, that feeling of being trapped in wakefulness when the body asks for rest. How many nights of torment? How many hours counted on the clock? How many times have you asked heaven for just one night of deep sleep and not received it? I also know the frustration that grows with each dawn after a sleepless night. I know the worry that comes with it. Will I be able to sleep today? Will my body allow me to rest? Will this night be different? But today, on this blessed night, things change. Because I am here with you, asking for the intercession of she who is Queen of Heaven, she who knows every fiber of our being, she who understands better than any other creature the weariness of the soul and body. I feel the pain, yes, I recognize it, I validate it because it is real. But I also invite you to release that pain now, to offer it as an offering at the feet of the Most Holy Mother of Aparecida. Because when we deliver our pains with sincerity, they become a bridge to healing. I confess before you, Our Lady of Aparecida, all my anxiety. I confess that my mind spins like a top without ceasing. I confess that my body is tense, that my muscles are contracting, that my heart beats fast even when it should be at rest. I also confess that sometimes I lost hope that things could be different, that I began to believe that insomnia would be my eternal companion. But here I am, in this sacred moment, handing all this over to you, because I know your heart, because I know that your compassion does not depend on my merit. Your mercy is not conditional on my performance or worth. You love because it is your essential nature to love. You intercede because you promised your children that you would never leave us alone, especially in the darkest nights. So, Most Holy Mother Aparecida, I surrender. I surrender my physical weariness, my emotional exhaustion, my mental restlessness. I surrender all the worries I carry, all the fears that whisper in the dark, all the uncertainties that dwell in my heart. I surrender all of this like a small child who completely trusts that their mother will take good care of what they leave in her hands. Intercede for me now, crowned Queen of Heaven. Stand before the throne of God, just as you have done so many times throughout history. Claim your right as a mother, the right of the one who was chosen to be a bridge between the human and the divine. Tell the Eternal Father that I am your child, that I carry in my soul the indelible mark of your protection. Tell him that night after night I have sought rest, and that now I understand that this rest only comes through you, through your intercession, through your infinite motherhood. Speak to God about my body that needs restorative rest. Speak about my mind that cries out for peace. Speak about my heart that desires to sleep without shocks, without nightmares, without anxieties that steal the precious hours of the night. Intercede for every family that prays with me at this moment. For every mother who desperately seeks rest to be able to take good care of her children tomorrow. For every child who does not yet know the gift of a peaceful sleep. For every elderly person who feels aches and discomforts in the nights. For every worker who needs to recover their strength. For every student who is stressed with responsibilities. For every person who suffers from insomnia and anxiety. Remind God of us, Mother Aparecida. Make him hear our plea on this special night. Visualize now a sacred image. Imagine yourself in a small chapel illuminated only by the light of a candle that burns on the altar. In this candle is the luminous presence of Our Lady of Aparecida. She is there, with open arms, her blue mantle shining softly, her maternal eyes full of infinite love looking at you. She is not far. She is near, very near. She is at the foot of your bed. She is holding your hand. She is whispering words of peace, of comfort, of protection. Hear her maternal whisper, "My dear child, rest now. Sleep in peace. I watch over you. While you sleep, I remain awake. While you rest, I protect your heart, your mind, your soul. Nothing can touch you while you are under my mantle. Feel this presence, my beloved people of faith. Feel the reality of it. It is not abstraction. It is not just hope. It is living presence. It is real care. It is love that transcends all dimensions. And it is in this sacred moment that I let my cry rise to heaven. I feel that the worries begin to move away from me. I feel that the tightness in my chest diminishes. I feel that the tension in my shoulders begins to dissolve. Because when I speak with sincerity, when I surrender my heart with faith, when I invoke the intercessory power of Our Lady of Aparecida, then something extraordinary happens in the invisible world. Angels mobilize. Forces of light activate. God the Father himself inclines his ear to hear the petition of his blessed daughter interceding for his tired children. And then the transformation begins. It begins silently, like a gentle breeze. It begins deeply, like a change in the structure of the very being. Because Our Lady not only hears, she acts. She not only sees, she transforms. In this instant, I make a declaration of faith and trust. Every word you pronounce in this prayer is a seed of faith that blooms in the heart of God. Every sigh you release is a message that rises to the throne of the Most Holy. Every beat of your heart is a compass in the music of the prayer that we are singing together tonight. Because when you join in this prayer, you are not alone. There are millions of hearts beating together with yours. There are voices of saints who have already rested under the care of Mary, rising up to support your cry. There is the Mother Aparecida herself, whose power of intercession is unmatched, crying out for you before the eternal throne. Write in the comments, "Sleep in peace, Our Lady of Aparecida," because these words, spoken with sincere faith, become spiritual authorization. They become an invitation for the heavenly forces to work in your favor. They become a decree that reverberates through all worlds, visible and invisible. Share this prayer so that more people receive this blessing of peaceful rest. because each person who sleeps in peace is a victory of faith over anxiety. Each rested night is a miracle of the maternal care of Our Lady. And when you share this power, you also become an intercessor. You become a channel of blessing for other tired souls. Now, I let myself fall completely into the arms of the Mother. I let my body relax. I let my mind slow down. I let your heart beats in a calm and serene rhythm, because I know I am safe, because I know the tenderness of those who protect me, because I understand that the rest I seek is not escape, but necessity, not weakness, but the wisdom of the body that knows that to live fully, it needs to rest completely. I feel a profound change occurring within me now. It's as if a celestial rain is falling from the sky, not a common rain, but a rain of liquid gold that washes all the anxiety from my skin. It's as if the clouds that blocked my peace are dissipating, allowing the moon of tranquility to shine fully. It's as if every cell in my body receives a message from the universe. Now is the time to rest. Now is the time to regenerate. Now is the time to surrender to the sacred repose that only Our Lady can grant. And I follow this calling. I surrender completely, because true faith is also knowing when to let go, when to trust, when to allow another to care for us. I see now the doors of sleep opening before me. They are not doors that lead to oblivion or escape from reality. They are doors that lead to a sacred chamber where my soul will be restored, where my body will be regenerated, where my thoughts will be calmed. On the other side of these doors, there is a deep rest, a rest that knows no interruption, a sleep that is like an angel's embrace. And when these doors open completely, what do I find? I find exactly what my heart longed for. I find the peace I sought. I find the rest I deserved. I find the quiet night that God prepared for me. The moment of spiritual climax has arrived. This is the instant when faith manifests with absolute power. I declare with all the strength of my soul and with unwavering faith, Mother Mary, place your blue mantle over me now. Envelop me in your protection. Drive away all anxiety from me. Distance from me every thought that does not serve me. Erase from my heart every worry. Open the doors of deep sleep so that I may enter this night. The impossible now becomes possible. The one who could not sleep will sleep. The one who had nightmares will have peaceful dreams. The one who woke up in the middle of the night will sleep until dawn. The one whose mind did not rest will experience sacred silence. Because when a heavenly mother intercedes for her children, when that mother is Our Lady, when she presents our petition to the throne of God, then everything changes. Reality adjusts. Circumstances change. The body obeys. The mind becomes quiet. The heart finds peace. I feel something extraordinary happening within me now. My whole body begins to relax deeply. The tension that inhabited my muscles dissolves like snow in the sun. My eyes become heavy, but not with bad fatigue, but with that sweetness that precedes restful sleep. My heart beats in a tranquil rhythm, like a lullaby played by angels. My breathing becomes deep and serene, like ocean waves gently lapping on the beach. My thoughts begin to slow down, like leaves falling slowly from a tree. My mind becomes quiet, like a lake that turns into a perfect mirror. Visualize now your own transformation. See yourself as a child being cradled in the arms of an infinitely loving mother. Feel the safety. Feel the protection. Feel the comfort. Each of her movements is gentle. Each of her words is a whisper of love. Each of her touches is a blessing. She will not leave you alone in the night. She will watch over all your dreams. She will ward off every shadow of fear. She will bathe the night in soft light. When you wake up tomorrow, you will wake up renewed, restored, full of new life. But that will be tomorrow. Now, on this blessed night, you rest. We have now reached the moment when everything is in perfect harmony. My body is at rest. My mind is at peace. My soul is in communion with the divine. I feel like I'm floating in waters of pure grace. I feel that every cell of my being is being regenerated. I feel that every worry has been transformed into a prayer that rises to heaven. Because this is not an ordinary night. This is a night of miracles. A night when the supernatural touches the natural. A night when the invisible becomes lived reality. a night when Our Lady fulfills her promise to care for her children. This is the night when I finally rest in peace. Now, with deep gratitude, I end this spiritual journey knowing that I have already received the blessing I asked for. I thank you, Mother Mary, because I already feel the transformation occurring. I thank you because I already see peace arriving. I thank you because I already feel the celestial embrace enveloping me. I thank you because your children do not need to wait for the blessing. They can already feel it now. I place completely in your holy hands all that I asked for. I trust that I will sleep in peace, but in your perfect time, in the way that will most benefit me, in the way that will most glorify the name of God. I abandon any worry about how this will happen, for that you, Mother Aparecida, already know exactly what to do. May this prayer bless your rest tonight and in all the nights to come. May it bless your body with deep and regenerative rest. May it bless your mind with perfect peace and tranquil silence. May it bless your soul with the living knowledge that you are loved infinitely. May each member of your family sleep in peace under the protection of Our Lady of Aparecida. May your children sleep without fears, your spouses sleep without anxieties, your parents and grandparents sleep without pain. May your nights be filled with beautiful and restorative dreams. May you wake up each morning renewed, full of vigor and hope. May the presence of Our Lady of Aparecida be felt in every room, in every bed, in every heart that rests. When you open your eyes tomorrow, remember this prayer. Remember that you slept in peace because Our Lady of Aparecida watched over you. Remember that you were protected by infinite love. Remember that each night from now on is an opportunity to bring to mind this power, this way of trusting in maternal care that never fails. Because Our Lady of Aparecida is here, is always here, is waiting to embrace each